Hey Canucks fans, it is Canucks game day and Nils Hoglander is likely done for the rest of the season. I am Canuck Clay and this is my Canucks take on one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Wednesday, March the 30th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I'll warn you, if you can't listen to me for the next 7 or 8 minutes sounding like this, no point watching the rest of this video. But if you can survive and you can survive listening to this voice, then I will preview tonight's game and I'll talk about some of the Canucks injury updates. It's appropriate that I'm talking about injuries on a day where I'm obviously not feeling, actually I feel okay, but I sound absolutely horrible. So let's try and get through this. So it goes without saying, I will not be streaming tonight. I'm going to go to bed early after the game and try and rest my voice and get back to normal as soon as I can. But enjoy the Canucks game. Tonight, the Canucks play in the second half of their back-to-back against St. Louis. They lost in St. Louis on Sunday, and now they're on Monday, I guess. And now they're playing here in Vancouver, the first home game after that 4-game road trip that saw the Canucks go 2-1-1. For the Canucks, it's the exact same lineup that played in St. Louis on Monday, except for the goaltender. So Thatcher Demko will play instead of Yaroslav Halak. And then on D, you have OEL with Myers, Hughes, and Shen. And then Dermott and Hunt. And then that means Burrows and Pullman are your extra defensemen. Up front, the same 12. Miller with Garland and Pearson. Hopefully Garland can get scoring soon. Horvat between Besser and Pettersson. Then you have a third line of Lamico, Podkolzin, and Chasen. And your fourth line of Richardson, Lockwood, and Patan. Jason Dickinson is the extra forward right now. For the St. Louis Blues, I don't think they're changing anything, including their goaltender. So, whereas Boudreau already said Halak would take one, Demko would take one, it sounds like Ville Husso will be starting for the St. Louis Blues once again. And why not? He basically, he Husso'd the Canucks on Monday night, much like Demko has been doing to opponents. So, let's see. Yeah, it's going to be Husso in net, and he's probably playing with a lot of confidence. In fact, I think he started something like 6 of the last 7 for St. Louis or 8 of the last 10, something like that. But all to say that yes, Husso coming off a very confident, I'm sure he's got a lot of confidence coming off that win on Monday night against the Canucks. So it will be Husso in net for the St. Louis Blues. I hope the Canucks put in a bit of better effort. They really only played well in one of the 3 periods on Monday night, and that would be the second period. But again, it was a slow start, and then they just kind of fell behind 3-1. It's 3-0. It's too hard to catch up against a really good team like St. Louis. So let's hope for a good start. Hopefully the home crowd will be getting the Canucks pumped up. I'm not going to the game. Even if I was feeling well, I wouldn't have been going to the game. We sold these tickets. So if everything goes well, I'll be at the game this Sunday against Vegas. Speaking of this Sunday against Vegas, that's when hopefully some of the Canucks will be ready to at least be options in the lineup. Bruce Boudreau talked about that today. He said that he's hoping that all 3 of Dickinson, Pullman, and Burrows could be available for the Sunday game. If Dickinson's ready, you think he comes in for someone like a Lockwood or a Patan. If Pullman and Burrows are ready, I don't know, maybe you sit Hunt for a game. I'm not sure. I don't think you sit Dermott, and I don't think you sit any of the top 4. So maybe one of Pullman or Burrows would come in on the third pairing. My guess would be Pullman, and you try Pullman with Dermott, but we'll see. But the biggest one that I led with, I sound horrible, is Nils Hoglander. It sounds like he is out for the rest of the season. Boudreau said week to week, but then he basically said there's only 4 weeks left in the season, and he doesn't anticipate Hoglander coming back. That means, I guess it was that lower body injury that he suffered a couple of games ago. And yeah, it would be an unfortunate end to a relatively disappointing season for Hoglander. Last season as a rookie, he had 27 points in 56 games. That's 27 in 56, if you can't understand my horrible voice. And then that was 13 goals, 14 assists, 27 points in 56 games for a -4. This season, he played in 60 games, 4 more, and he had 9 fewer points. He had only 18 points in 60 games. That's 10 points, 8 assists, and a -7. So you obviously a bit of a decrease in the points per game. You saw a bit of a decrease in his usage too. Last year, he was playing in the top 6. Remember, last year we didn't have Garland, and Podkolzin. So last year we saw a lot of Lotto line, and then we saw a lot of Horvat, Pearson, and Hoglander as our second line. This year, with the addition of Garland and Podkolzin, then usually one of those two guys, usually Garland, would be in that top six, and then Hoglander was getting third line minutes, and then often he'd be on the short end of the stick, or the short end of the bench technically, when it came to the third period. So that's why you saw not only his usage go down a little bit, but it would make sense that not only his usage go down, then as a corollary to that, then his points per game, his points per game went down as well. So would you consider this season a disappointment for Hoglander? It was a bit of a sophomore slump for sure. And as I mentioned, he wasn't exactly Bruce Boudreau's, not that he's not his favorite, but he certainly wasn't one of his go-to guys for sure. And I think Boudreau's still trying to figure out what he has in Hoglander. And even under Green, it's not like Hoglander was lighting it up either. He just kind of had a slow, kind of middling season. It was nothing exciting. He wasn't horrible, but he certainly wasn't anything to write home about. And I think he still needs to work on some of his defensive play. Obviously, he didn't get a lot of power play time, and that's where you can get a lot of your points, easier points. So that's going to be something that he'll have to try and work his way up to be considered one of the top 7 or 8 forwards that you want on your 2 power play units. But overall, I'm not discouraged. It was his only second year. They call it a sophomore slump for a reason. And I still think, especially on a cheap contract, you know what he's going to be getting paid next season in the third year of his ELC. And then the year after that, you know that he's not going to have a massive contract. So he's pretty much cost controlled for the next few years. And I think those are the type of players that you need on this team. If you're going to have a lot of big ticket players, you need players also that are on cheap contracts, and you need those players to bring value to those contracts. So overall, I'd say a below average to average season for Hoglander. Not hugely upset, but rather just hoping that he can continue to develop, continue to mature, and continue to get stronger as a player overall. So for today, Canucks fans, let me know your impressions of Hoglander's season. And of course, give me your score prediction for tonight. I'm going, oh man, I think the Canucks are going to pull this out. I think they're going to go 3-2. I said that last game, but I mean it this time. Let's go 3-2 Vancouver with PD scoring the first goal. I'm going to try to end this really quick so you guys don't have to hear me talk too much longer. So put a comment down below with your score prediction, your first Canucks goal scorer, and your thoughts on Hoglander's season. Okay, shout out to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, Personal Training, Weight Loss, and to Van City Experts Real Estate Group, and to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Just Incredible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Sim Alexander, Chris Seifert, Anna Brewfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Carol Bovenlander, HSM Fangirl Gaming, and Smooth Groove. I did that out of order, but I got all 8 people. Thanks for your support as always. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or my videos, or the membership tab on my YouTube channel. If you made it this far, listening to this horrible voice, type in the comments, rough, R-O-U-G-H. It was a rough outing for the Canucks on Monday. I sound rough. Good thing I'm not looking rough. And let's hope that the Canucks rough up the Blues tonight. So type the word rough, all caps, in the comments if you made it this far. Give me your score prediction. Give me your first Canucks goal scorer. Give me your impressions of Nils Hoglander's season. Okay, friends, subscribe if you like to. Leave a comment if you like to. Like this video if you like to, and become a member or upgrade if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.